Mr. Ellis.
Yes, I just wanted to add my support to the proposal. As many people are aware, I am very much in support of televising the board meetings and signed on to the motion that Dr. Barton produced. I'd also like to add a little bit more detail on option number 3 under the motion, which discusses students coming in and providing the service. I made some calls myself. I've become a little frustrated with waiting for responses on information requests, so I've been making a lot of calls myself. In any event, I spoke to the folks at Renaissance High, which run the Ed.TV program, which many people may be familiar with, hopefully so. And if you've ever watched Ed.TV, I think you might notice that it's actually an extremely professionally run, well-done program. The people there, Mr. Hilgenberg and Robert Browning, who oversees that department, just do a fantastic job. So I called Mr. Browning and I spoke to him before the board meeting today. And he told me that we could have a very professional televised board meeting in terms of the way it's televised. For essentially the cost of just the teacher being here for a few hours, because they'll need about 5 or 6 staff to do it, but 5 of the 6 would be students. And so not only would we be continuing to provide additional opportunities for students in a professional environment and to apply the concepts that they're learning in their video production class, but also be a very minor expense. And I think it's important to note again what Dr. Barton said, and that is that we spent $11,000 to have a luncheon and for meetings for the board and others at the Hyatt yesterday. And to me, that was a lot of money to spend on that kind of a meeting. And I personally would rather have a board workshop at a high school. Because if there's a high school in the district where the ceiling tiles are falling down because they're not being repaired properly, I would like for one to fall on my head so that I know about it and so that the board can act on it. And all too often I think the districts, because they hold their board meetings in the district office, are a little too insulated from what's going on at school site. So I will tell you that I'll be addressing another motion in a minute on that issue. But again, I want to reiterate that the cost is absolutely a non-factor on this question. And there really are no other objections. There is a mountain of evidence supporting why we should do this, and there is very little cause. I can't identify any not to do it. So I hope that my colleagues on the board would support this motion so that we can get information about what we're doing here every 2 weeks to the public on a regular basis. Thank you.
Any other discussion?
I would just like to thank Janine, because we've been through many, many years, and your eloquence tonight really put parentheses around everything that we are talking about, and it was done so well, so thank you for coming and speaking to us.
It's been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? Time for a vote, which I understand, Dr. Barton, is mainly one to bring back information to the board. All in favor?